Hello y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Miss Mother Trucker, and I am coming at you in New Mexico. Thank God not in that blizzard. And that's kind of one of the reasons I'm coming at you today, is because of all those poor truckers who were sent into that damn blizzard by their shitty dispatchers. Luckily, I don't think any Prime trucks are in there. Because my dispatcher actually sent out a warning saying, don't go in there. We're having a big blizzard up north in Donner, in that area. But if you're ever in a situation, now, I lived in North Pole, Alaska for 8 years, where what they're going on up there is nothing. But for a lot of people who are not prepared, it could be life or death. So, one thing I want to let y'all know, different ways you can prepare to stay safe if you're ever in such a situation. Things you might want to keep on your truck. Several blankets, because layers is what keeps you warm. And if you're on your bunk, you want a couple layers beneath you, and you want several layers on top of you, because what's going to happen is those layers are going to trap air, you're going to give off your body heat, and it's going to trap in your body heat with you. They have those solar blankets that you can put between your layers. And keeping stuff like that on your truck, put on a few pairs of socks. Put on some layers of clothes also. And you can just bury yourself right under those blankets. Conserve your heat, like on your APU. Now, if it's getting up high like that, if you can, keep some kind of little shovel, some kind of digging device where you can keep your APU clear. Okay? And do not move far from your truck. Stay right on your truck where you can feel your truck. And do not go out when it's just so much you cannot see. But when it settles, you're going to be trapped there a while, most likely. So, you're going to get out. You're going to just kind of dig your way out slowly. And then you're going to dig everything away from your APU. And make sure also, another thing you do is always have Anti-Gel 911 on your truck. And if you're going into a snowy situation, make sure you stop and you run your APU when you have that 911 in your truck. If it's too hot in your truck, turn it on, go in somewhere, let it run for about 30 minutes, let that fuel treatment get into your lines. Then also keep several bottles of 911 also. And don't trust that these fuel stations are going to, even up north, are going to treat their fuel properly, because it costs money. You need to treat that fuel yourself also. And not because it's going to be expensive, which it will be if you let yourself gel up and you can't get out of it with 911. But it's not that. It's to keep your hind end alive. Also, keep several gallons of water on the truck. And if you guys can, get some Little Buddy heaters. And a Little Buddy heater, they're made to be used inside. But I still recommend you crack your window and let the it circulate. But get yourself a Little Buddy heater, and they come with those little propane bottles. Have about 5 or 10 of them on you. Turn your Little Buddy heater on maybe once every couple hours for 15-20 minutes. Let it heat your truck up. It doesn't take long for it to heat your truck up. Turn it off. You got to conserve it, because you don't know how long it's going to be before help comes. So if for some reason you can't get that APU started, it's snowing for a few days, and you can't get out, you can't get it dug out, because what's going to happen is, you're going to have the exhaust go in there. It's just going to die anyway. So if you're able to dig it out, that's going to be great. So, and also food. Keep food on your truck, but more important than food, keep lots of water. A lot of water. Try to always, and this is no matter what, I always want to keep around 10 gallons of water on my truck stashed here and there, under your bunks, in my case, under a table or something. Keep water, lots of water. you can go a lot longer without food than you can water. You can go a month without food, literally, or more. You cannot go without water. You can go a few days, go maybe a week. Oh, I got snow outside, there's lots of water. No. You don't want to bring down your core temperature. So make sure you keep water on your truck. Keep food on your truck. And I'm pretty damn sure you're not going to get stuck more than 10 days, okay? Lots of blankets, lots of clothes. If you're running team, learn to spoon. Don't be getting all funny and funky over it, you know, because it could save your life if it gets that cold. But if you have tons of blankets, tons of layers, it's not going to get that cold. I mean, it could be freezing outside, and if you're properly prepared inside, you're going to be okay. Have food that you don't have to heat up. You know, because most likely you're not going to have your microwave. If you can't keep that APU running and charging your batteries, use your diesel heater. If, all that's clear and you can use your diesel heater, use it sparingly. Very sparingly. But if you have a buddy heater and you have several cylinders, go, okay, if you have 10, you can go 10 days. But you can't run that thing constantly. Turn it on, heat it up. Now when you're going to go to sleep, make sure you turn that sucker off. Don't run it more than 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Let it kind of heat the area up. Once it heats it up, turn it off for a few hours. Be under your blankets. Make sure you have a bucket to potty in, with trash bags that you put in. And I've showed you all the porta potty have trash bags, and then gallon bags, you stuff them. When you're done, you just stick it out your window. Let's face it, we're not worried about anything, but keep it sanitary in your truck. And also you could get a little propane stove that you can use to cook, and it'll also help heat. You can heat things up because it's going to be nice. You have warm things in your body. That's going to help warm you up. But water, then food, but most definitely some kind of heat source. But even if you run out of your heat source, don't panic. As long as you have all the blankets to just cover up, put every piece of clothes you can on, and you should be fine. Whatever you do, do not wander off from your vehicle and try to get out. Most people, they find their vehicles way before they find them. And they have found people that wandered from their vehicles with frostbite really bad. And the people that stayed in their vehicles lived. And the other people either ended up with real bad frostbite or they found dead. But they always will find your vehicle. You won't feel like they're going to, but if you stay with your vehicle, you should be fine. Especially if you're a trucker and you're on a major highway. You're not going off on these trails, but you walk away from your vehicle. There's wild animals out there, but most likely what's going to get you is the weather. Now, I'm praying for all these people that are stranded, and I've seen the pictures. I mean, some of these trucks are buried. Some of them are up till just where there's a little bit of their window left. And the cars that are buried underneath, my heart breaks for them. I imagine in the coming days, we're going to hear some horrific stories, and it's going to be horribly sad because they're just not prepared for this type of snowfall. Even in Donner and even in that area, they're just not prepared for the amount and the idiots that went in it anyway. Why they didn't shut it down, or if they did and people went around, I don't know. But evidently there's, hundreds of trucks and thousands of four-wheelers. This is truly heartbreaking. In Alaska, we knew better. That dog didn't hunt. We took the cold, the weather very seriously. So anyway, guys, I hope you heed this. I try to tell people at the beginning of the winter every year this type of deal, but this is especially important right now. But whatever you do, do not wander away from your trucks. Conserve your phones. You know, keep them plugged in and charged in while you can, while you still have it. And maybe your APUs won't go out. I think they're exhausted underneath our trucks and they might be protected. But maybe they will. But make sure, that's another thing besides running your bunk heater. Run your APU for about 30 minutes to make sure that that fuel has made it into your APU. You know, the treated fuel where the lines won't freeze up. So anyway, guys, I hope this video helps. Treat each other with love, kindness, and respect. Practice inclusion instead of exclusion. And I hope everyone's doing well out there. Stay safe. Until next time, Mother Trucker out.